Sunshine City. Before we get started, there's a QR code circulating, I believe. If you guys take a picture of that and show it to the bartender, my buddy Jess is going to cover your first drink. So, yeah, I got you, bud. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I've had a good day. I found myself earlier, I was driving around, had the windows down, music blasting. I even at one point, I think I stuck my head out the window, let my hair blow in the wind, like the Joker in The Dark Knight. You guys know what I'm talking about? It was definitely a hazard for everybody else on the road, but for me, I was just in the moment. You know what I mean? I was living it up. It's been a good week. All things considered, right? All things considered. But today, I went to the dentist at 9 o'clock. I only had 3 cavities this time, so the flossing is working, you know? And that's a plus. I love to hear that, right? On Wednesday, my college alumni association, we actually had a benefit. It was like a food and clothing drive, which was great. We had a great turnout. It was a watch party too, so we were watching the Ohio University Bobcats, Forever Ohio, Bobby baby, let's go. We collected over 70 pounds of food. We got like 5 full trash bags of clothes and shoes, and it's just awesome. It's gonna be great to tell the alumni association that we collect all that. So that's another big part of the reason why I had a good week, you know. And it's ironic because that same day, my wardrobe almost doubled. And I think I'm gonna have a cookout tomorrow. If you guys love vegetables, fruit, rice, all the non-perishables, come on over. BYOB though, do not show up empty-handed. I swear. Yeah, so I grew up in Ohio. I didn't grow up in like a major city by any means. I actually grew up in a town right here on the border of West Virginia called Marietta. That's Appalachia for those of you guys who aren't familiar. And what that basically means for me is I'm part hillbilly. Now, I don't know the exact ratio. The way I describe it is like I got like a salt-based sprinkle of redneck in me, you know what I mean? If I could like put that in perspective, basically, I know plenty of Hatfields. I dated a McCoy in college. My grandpa worked in the coal mines back in the day. But I also have all my teeth and I've never fucked my cousins, so that type of thing. The cousin situation is kind of weird, like stereotype for West Virginia, right? Like Alabama gets that rap too, I feel like. I've always heard of stereotypes as a reason for that, which is kind of fucked up. But in high school, actually a couple 2 years below me, they were dating for like 4 or 5 months at the time, and they found out they were cousins. And at that point, it's like, you just power through for the haters. You're just like, you know what, love's gonna come for this. I don't even know what you do at that point. I will say though, they're not together anymore though, so it's kind of like a ball don't lie situation. It's just like, you know, it worked out the way it should at the end of the day. But no, like I said, stereotypes are kind of that way for a reason, right? And like my area, my hometown area, Mitch, you know, we live by the golden rule. My dad used to preach to me, right? You guys might know the golden rule as well. So if you guys know it, you can say it with me, right? The golden rule my dad would always tell me is hot third cousins don't count. Right? One time, whatever, just to see how it feels, like whatever. You know? It's all good. Life's short, right? Live it up. My dad used to preach that for real. It's funny. My dad, he's still my hometown, and it's interesting to like watch him become an old man, right? He's becoming a very interesting old man. Kind of before my eyes. It's kind of weird because I'm here, he's there. I don't see him all the time. But one thing is he was able to retire early for some unforeseen circumstances. And the thing about retirement is you got to have a plan, right? And so his kind of makeshift plan is part scratch-off tickets. Notice I said part. If I said that was his whole plan, that would be a problem. That's just part of his portfolio, all right? But it's not a problem, really. I don't think it's a problem necessarily. He does them in the morning with his coffee and stuff. And I will say there was a little bit of beef at the local BP. He thought there was some collusion going on. It wasn't quite Kendrick Drake level, but it was definitely an issue, right? And of course, me backing up my dad, I'm like, yo, Dave, I get it, dude. You gotta talk to the manager for sure. They're fucking with your money, man. Like, you gotta figure that shit out. Thank God he got it worked out. He's back in the game. And he just keeps telling me, he's like, Eli, I'm gonna hit one day. I'm gonna hit a big one, you know? And I'm like, fuck it, Dave. Put that out into the open, put that out in the world, positive energy. It'll come back to you, right? So 2 weeks ago, he texted me, Eli, I just hit a $50,000 winner on a scratch-off ticket. I was so excited for him, I almost crashed my car. I'm like, you fucking big dog, and it's awesome. It finally came to fruition, right? And so I'm like, Dad, what are you gonna do with all that money, man? That's awesome. Like, you gonna go on vacation? What are you gonna do? He's like, nah, bud, I'm finally back to breaking even.